What's going on, you lovely people? Frank Valkyrie here again for another day from Italy special edition. So what do we got? Well, finally, now all the documents are unsealed. We got unsealed going on here. And what I mean by that is that the hashtag unsealed on Twitter is going ballistic. This is just not going like, look at this. There is already like almost 1,400 tweets with unsealed going viral, and it's all over the place. All the papers, documentation for this trial, it's out in the open, and already a day from it, there's a lot to unpack here. So I'm pretty sure that now we're going to have a lot of little details emerging from all the conversations, from past depositions which we didn't have access because, of course, they were in the past and they were sealed. And so therefore there's a lot more that can be understood from the 6-week trial that we all have witnessed. But already, like I said, already now there are things emerging which they are, let's say, like quite revealing, so to speak. And we just made a video about Johnny Depp doing charitable work. Well, we don't know yet if those sales of paintings will go to charity of the 3.6 millions which he accumulated. But we will see. So thank you to Andrea. She made a pool of donation to buy those papers, which were 50 cents per page. We all chipped in, and now they're available on our website, and it's a lot of stuff, so it's going to take some time for all the juicy bits to come out. But like I said, there is already something quite juicy coming out. Obviously, those are all the motion, counter motions, whatever you want to call it. It's all basically the dynamic in between the two lawyers of filing for evidence or paper or demands or whatever issue or instance they're covering through the trial to either be denied or accepted. So there is that old game of lawyering at play. And one of those details that, of course, became immediately viral, or if not viral, it's gonna be viral very quickly, all right? It's this document right here, which is part of a motion in limine, or limine, depending on where you want to put the accent. So, listen to this. Let's limine together. Miss H motion in limine number 6 should be at least partially denied, and the court should reserve its decision on the remaining issues until such time as the evidence, if any, is presented, which at this stage is believed unlikely on most of the issues covered by the motion. Make sense to you? All right. Mr. Depp does not currently anticipate introducing evidence of 1. Nude pictures of AH. Though it is possible to envision a scenario in which such photographs might become very relevant in the context of this case, for instance to show a lack of visible inner, as a result of which the court should not finally resolve this issue in limine. Second, Whitney and Ray past romantic relationship prior to 2011. Third, misheard stint as a strippers or rumors that she was an escort early in her career, and it should be noted that Miss Heard does not cite any exhibition of Mr. Depp exhibit lists that relate to those issues. However, Mr. Depp reserves the right to use such materials to the extent that they become necessary on rebuttal, and in any event, trial is a fluid process, and these issues are all at least potentially relevant that should be reserved for final decision at trial. So basically Johnny Depp wanted to present probably what was in his possession of times where a certain person was an exotic dancer, all right? So we didn't get to see those. Actually, I have the feeling that we didn't get to see a lot of stuff. So on the morality front, frankly, whether she was a stripper or not before being an actress, I don't really care, you know, like you do whatever you want. And I don't see it a matter of ethics or morality, you know. A person wants to try to be a stripper and make money with it, I'm absolutely fine with that, all right? But I suppose that in this contest, together with other things, probably was an attempt also from Johnny Depp team to show, let's say, perhaps the personality of a person, yeah, I said person twice, actually 3 times, that it's willing to cut corners, right? Whatever there are possibilities of cutting corners to achieve an objective, perhaps. I assume that was the idea, again, in conjunction with many other things. Stories, evidence, patterns of behavior, so on and so forth. Ah, man, a pity that we didn't get to see that. But one thing is for sure, we're going to see much, much more. So now there is, as you can see here, like, oh boy, this is going through the roof. And as you notice, like we discovered not long ago that her attorneys were paid by these insurance companies. And this was tried to kept, of course, under seal, not to be revealed. The identity of the payer of attorney's fee is not relevant to any of the issues in this case. It does not tend to make any material effect more or less likely. Evidence of AH, insurance coverage, and the insurer's payment of attorney's fees, therefore, should be excluded. And again, this shows you how interesting it is, all the connections, you know, of this case that go beyond the sort of hoax and fraud, basically. Seems like there was this whole concoction of interest, you know, that went really at length of showing some degree of corruption in the intent, you know, when you consider the ACLU, probably the connection that perhaps this insurance was either suggested or, I don't know, I'm speculating on that, either by those parties for the purpose of litigating this matter and trying to win, you know, that she did not defame him on this Washington Post op-ed, you know. So you really start to get the sense also how politics works, you know, also in those institutions, that they're somehow willing to continue with that position, even if it's wrong, even if it's, you know, now proven to be false, you know, what they were stating. But if this trial didn't take place, right, they could have gotten away with it. So just keep that in mind. And again, this goes beyond whatever people have in mind of shaming this human being or whatever. It's actually more interesting to see the whole connection in between all those other aspects, you know, of human society, the way we behave, and also to what length people are ready to go in order to maintain a position that, even if it's based in false, you know, in false statement, people are still willing to lie and try to manipulate the system, you know, to sell their narrative. So I think for me, that's the more interesting part on top of the gossip itself. So anyway, stripper. I wish some of those pictures will come available just for the fun of it, okay? And maybe somebody will, because when those things happen, there is always somebody somewhere that had a phone with a memory still full of pictures that might be very valuable right now. I'm just saying, all right? So guys, I'll keep you posted. Go check the other videos of today. Let me know if you want to see Italian vlogs. I asked already times. And always spread love. I'll talk to you later.